Let's bring you in. Oh shoot, actually you shouldn't be in here. You're like hurt. We'll help out. Oh my gosh, somebody's burning up over here. Oh shoot, is everybody okay? Oh, nobody's okay. Literally no one's okay. Okay. Oh, you know who this is? This is our badass. Oh my gosh, she's on fire. She's literally on fire. This girl is on fire! Brenda! Are you okay? Jesus, Brenda, what a badass. Jesus. Guys, Brenda requires her own movie. Were some of the YouTube comments actually getting to you? Not by the end. I think in the beginning they got to me, because if you ever look back to the first videos that I ever made on the channels, Smosh Pit Weekly, the comments were really asinine. Most of the times it didn't get to me because I'm like, this isn't my career. This is literally a side gig. My actual thing is ballet, and I know that I have a successful career there, that these comments don't get to me. But you know the comments that would get to me? Oh shoot, did you hear that? Where is it? Where's it? Oh my god, I can't see it. Mother Oh my god. I cannot believe I missed it every single time. I missed it again. In the beginning, the comments that would get to me the most were the comments that said, "You're such a tryhard." Because I'm like, you don't understand. I am trying very hard. I'm like, I'm literally trying my goddamn hardest. So those are the ones that are always a little bit truthful are always the ones that hurt. There were also ones where people would be like, you look really tired. And I'm like, I am. If you look back to probably the first 2 years of Smosh Pit Weekly, I probably look like a mess in all of them, because I would get off of work at 6 p.m. on Fridays, drive about an hour and a half from Oakland, get back home, do like my writing and my research for Smosh Pit Weekly during that night, and I would usually film around 2 a.m. and then start editing at around 3 a.m. and then I would have it uploaded by 2 p.m. on Saturday the next day. And so I would I had all-nighters for almost 2 years in a row. 2 years every week without missing one. I think I did a very short one time within 2 years because I was throwing up.
I'm really f***ing sick. I am puke person. But it's Saturday, it's Smosh Pit Day, and I friggin' love you guys, so what am I gonna do? I'm going to... Excuse me.
But I still uploaded. I think it was like a 5 minute one. And I think that was the shortest Smosh Pit Weekly that I uploaded. But I was throwing up and I still made one. I don't think I have the same resolve today. To be perfectly honest, I don't think I do. Today I'd be like, I'm sick. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna tweet something out. But back then it was, I don't know. I think I was just young and I don't know. Young. That's it. Have I thought about branching out to making an app or video mobile game? I would love to be able to, it's funny enough, Peter and I were talking about this last night. I would love to be able to create a game, not a mobile game, but a standalone game that is very much like Thronebreaker. If you've ever played Thronebreaker, which is a offshoot game from the Witcher series. It is a top-down, sort of like really animated beautifully game. Here, I'll show it to you. I would love to have a Thronebreaker game around Japanese lore and yeah, Japanese like legendary like Shinto lore. So a lot of it looked like this. I really liked the animation on it. It's a game that, for me, like if it was much longer, I would have loved it. I would play the crap out of this if it had many more like expansions and stuff like that. It had a full story around it. It wasn't just Gwent. I definitely got a lot of, you know, like, now that I look at it, extremely sexist comments. Like, how did you get this job with Smosh? The only reason why you got it is probably because you're sleeping with one of them. Which one is it? Ian or Anthony or both? And so my response would always be, oh yeah, definitely both. There he is. Yeah, I got him for the first time. Hell yeah. But yeah, now that I have a, you know, I don't know, more woke understanding of the world, I suppose, is where it comes from. It's like incredibly sexist of you know, people to think the only reason why I was there is because I was seeing one of them. And even if that was true, it doesn't take away from the merit. It wasn't true. We were all in different relationships. I've been with Peter for 11 years. But even if that were true, it should not take away the merit of my position there, right? And I see that now, but back then it was definitely this dig that I would see all the time. But I also, funny enough, empathized a little bit. Probably because I was in my mid-20s. And I remember a time when I was younger when Justin Timberlake, my biggest celebrity crush, started to date Britney Spears. And I was really upset by it. Not that I had any chance of ever dating Justin Timberlake, but I was like, how could he? I hate that he has this girlfriend. And for a lot of the Smosh fans back then, they felt like I was entering into a territory that a girl shouldn't be in. Any girl, not just me personally, but any girl, right? They saw Ian and Anthony as a potential. It could be me that dates them, not me, but me from a fan's perspective. And so I was like, you know what? I get why you're pissed off. You think that I'm in your territory. And I'm like, well, because it was so far from the truth, I think it didn't hurt me ever. I think if you had failed, that Smosh would not be the big group of people it is today. I do think your success helped Smosh a lot. I get what you mean. Yeah, I was the first trial of them having other people on the team. And I think it was 2 years of us being 3 people in Smosh before we added the other 3 who were Lasercorn, Sohinki, and Joven. That was the first time it became like an ensemble. But I would, you know, the selfish part of me agrees with you. I'm like, yeah, I do hope that I was a good ambassador of bringing in more people into Smosh and saying, like, it does work. We can make this happen. And who knows, if I was a disaster, maybe it would have taken longer for them to introduce other people. But I don't think it would have prevented them by any means. The addition of Joven, Lasercorn, and Sohinki came from a merger that happened between 2 companies, which was Alloy Digital, which is the company that I was hired into, and that owned Smosh, and the merging of that company and Break Media, which turned into Defy. And Break had Clever underneath them, including Clever Games, and that's where Joven, Lasercorn, and Sohinki came from. So that's how we all came together. So I don't think it would have prevented Smosh Games from ever becoming a thing, because it happened during that merger. But if I was a disaster coming in, it would have probably made it a harder decision to grow Smosh into more than just 2 people. But yeah, thank you for saying that, Jester. I think I really appreciate that that positive reinforcement.